push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
The Cardinals take over.
The Cardinals now getting set to go offensively, and it'll be the dual-threat quarterback Kyler Murray leading the way.
I guess we're going to have to nickname him the thrower, aren't we, or something like that.
After last week?
I mean, man, you're talking about over 400 yards throwing the ball. The running backs and everyone else may be looking at him like, hey, don't forget us. And he probably just tell them, listen, you want to get involved?
Go out.
Go out and catch some passes. I'll make sure you touch it.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. He'll try and run it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
And there's the beauty of Kyler Murray, because we all know he can get it done through the air. Terrific right arm, and nowadays we don't even talk about his height anymore. He's shown that he can see downfield and make throws, but he also possesses wide receiver speed. He can call his own number or scramble and turn it into a big play as well. Kyler Murray, a dual threat at the quarterback position.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. A gain of 6 there on first.
2nd and 4 at the 46-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
A loss of 6 yards.
A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here, because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Murray. Oh, he almost picked him. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Well, the gap man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Here are the Patriots to start on offense, led by the man from Auburn, standing 6'3", Jarrett Stidham.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside, everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let you out early and try and create some space.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Stidham. Completes it to Lee. And this is going to double their room to maneuver. Able to get it from the 5 to the 10-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And 7.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Stidham from the shotgun. He's got a man complete. It's Julian Edelman. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who can make plays with his feet and his arm. got to the NFL and had to convert into being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
Stidham will throw again. He's got Lacoste as tight end. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. So we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Stidham going back to the air. That's caught by the tight end Lacoste. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
They don't have his man. That's Edelman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Stidham finding Edelman for a Patriot first down.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, grab that dagger play, grab that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Taken down.
White's numbers from a week ago. 17 carries, 70 yards.
Well, watching the film, we saw that things clicked pretty well for them in the running game last week. No reason to change in my mind. Continue to try and run the football. Give it to him early and often in hopes of breaking down the defense so some bigger gains result as the game goes on.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Taken down.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Stidham, 3rd down from the gun. He's got the hook up to Lee. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 25-yard line. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16. You know, he's already thrown for more yardage in this first quarter than he did all of last week.
And I can be snarky here and say, well, he didn't throw for a lot of yards last week, but the bottom line is he put in a great week of practice and really came out ready to go in this one.
Now here's White. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Devon Kennard on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second.
Opening carry of the game here for Rex Burkhead. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Burkhead, the ball carrier. Brought down at the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 4.
Stidham now to throw on 3rd down. Now they're staring at a 4th down as Arizona's defense does its job.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
It is good. Makes the score Patriots 3, Cardinals nothing.
No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their second drive of the game and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Great, the ball carrier.
Check on the numbers for Kenyon Drake last week. 15 carries, 56 yards, and a touchdown.
I was so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they were doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working, and they expect more of the same in this game, although they're prepared for some adjustments by the defense they expect to see.
11 yards there, first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down.
Throwing on first down is Murray. And it's a fumble, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
A fumble on the play. Recovered by...
These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
Following the fumble recovery, here's Stidham. Solid coverage on the play by Devondre Campbell. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
At the 40-yard line.
Out of the gun, Stidham. And that'll be incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Here's Stidham to throw. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. It's the man traded by the Patriots, Chandler Jones. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Now the second-year punter, Jake Bailey, on for New England. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. Gets it away, and I don't think Peterson will get a chance to touch this one. Angling for the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the Arizona offense about set to take over. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. He's got it to Williams.
Murray,
a gain of 6 there on first.
Williams.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd and short, Drake. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 10, 1st down, Arizona.
Well, there's someone who's running the football with a big smile on his face, and that's Kenyon Drake. Because you remember last year he was in Miami, wasn't getting many carries, not a lot of success, but in midseason ended up in Arizona and became a huge weapon for the Cardinals. 8 touchdowns the second half of the season. Utilized really well. Big-time skilled player who can run it and catch it out of the backfield. He has finally found a home and a place for his talents.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
And the Cardinals first down.
Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the gun, Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
1st down, Arizona.
On first down, Drake. 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. Steps away. He can run for it, and he will. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20.
A gain of 19 yards.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Murray a give. This is Drake. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
On the carry. He's brought down at the 15-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Adrian Phillips there to knock that one away. The Cardinals on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Operating from the gun, Murray forced out to his left. He's to the 10. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Arizona.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big first down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. And now he'll tuck it and run. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
From the gun on third down, Murray. That's going to be caught by Kirk. The Cardinals have taken the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. That drive, a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Arizona. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25.
New England trying to get a place on offense. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet. But right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, Try to get the #1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Now a pass dropped off here for James White. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down. New England on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
They'll take over.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. After the turnover, here's Murray. Stepping up, he'll try and run. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
A gain of 11 on the
partner. He was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the gun, Murray. Fitzgerald on the slant. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, I know defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
So they're backed up at the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, Murray. And Fitzgerald has got it. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Larry Fitzgerald.
Larry Fitzgerald. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
We'll send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's just been looking for some space. You know, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about him.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
Stidham's pass.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
To throw is Stidham. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Corey Peters slipping in and getting the sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
That's complete to White. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves them with a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Christian Kirk and company heading back onto the field. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is it allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That's good for 28 yards.
1st down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. On the give, this is Drake. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call.
Offense.
They get the tackle, Marcus Gilbert, 2nd-round pick back in 2011 out of Florida. From the gun, it's Drake. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
Carrier. Brought down at the 30-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
2nd down, Murray sets to throw. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway. Kyle Duggar there on the coverage.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Shotgun now from Murray. Got his man. It's Williams. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, like hoping he can break some tackles, the big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They'll run. It's Drake going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. That's complete to his running back, Burkhead. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. It's complete. James White. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Stidham will throw again. He's got a man complete. It's Julian Edelman. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Throwing again here, Stidham. And the incompletion there, so that breaks a string of 5 straight hookups. It also leads to a 4th down. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
The take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Now Kyler Murray ready to get back under center. And he's been fun to watch run the football. We know he can pass, but using his legs effectively here in this one.
No doubt about it. Watch him maneuver in the pocket, out of the pocket, making the plays that he's making, which are breaking down the defense. I thought back to when we had our morning jog before the game, and I couldn't keep up with you. Those legs, they're valuable for his team.
On the slant, complete to Hopkins. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Murray now on 1st down. And some room to roam now. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Murray's pass.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Stidham. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete.
Stidham.
That catch good for only a couple. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. And a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. And that one will go down in the books as just a 1-play drive and then 3 points tacked on to the end of it. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal. Not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis. And it's the Titans out in front in that one. Ryan Tannehill looking good. 2 touchdown passes. From there, we head down south to Atlanta. Check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Derek Carr has thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Houston Texans. 28-7, your final score. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Now comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He was brought down at the 26. 2 yards on the pickup. It's
2nd down, Stidham to throw. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Chandler Jones in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
So following the sack, Stidham and the Patriots now looking up at a 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Stidham. Looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's fourth down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Cardinals to take over. They're in the driver's seat right now, and they were winners last week over the Seattle Seahawks, so trying to keep that momentum moving in a positive direction. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 38, Murray completes it to Fitzgerald. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
It's a gain of...
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On third down, Drake. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They needed a yard. They got it. First down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
First down, Drake again. There to stop him, Jawan Bentley.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 35. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
They'll run on first down. It's Drake. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Tackle made by Patrick Chung. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down and 4. Murray. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Arizona.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a first down on the keeper.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. From the gun, Murray. And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. DeAndre Hopkins. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench, because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game. So they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. That time a 9-play drive, and it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
New England trying to get a place on offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 19 yards there on the catch and run. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. On a handoff, it's White. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
I think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches have given him, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for offense.
Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he can be a big-time playmaker for us. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Kyler Murray going to lead the Cardinals back out on offense. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Murray. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. Now a handoff for Drake. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray. He's got it to Williams.
Murray's
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
the 19-yard line.
It's Williams on the catch. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 7 yards there and a first down.
And the Cardinals first down.
First down, Murray. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. A 2nd and 10 now. Third quarter action from Foxborough. Murray throwing complete there to Hopkins. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Murray to air it out again. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Patriots take over. Now comes the New England offense to see what they're punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
The ball carrier taken down at the 41. 4 yards on the pickup.
On second down, they'll run with White. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here.
The ball carrier.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
3rd and 3.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Stidham. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Drake will start the drive on the ground. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the gun, Murray. Looking left sideline, incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
That'll be a 47-yard punt. Officially 5 on the return. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. New England trying to get a place on offense. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Stidham going to lead the Pats up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game. And on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point. Now a pass dropped off here for James White. 7 yards on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, Stidham. This is White on the screen. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From midfield now, here's Stidham. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. He starts by handing this off to Drake. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Drake on the carry. Taken down at the 43-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They stay on the ground with Drake. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
3rd down.
And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48.
The tackle made by Patrick Chung.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. On 1st down, Drake, and nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now a draw play with Drake. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
A gain of 7.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Drake. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. shotgun now from Murray. He'll air this one out for Kirk. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the all-pro Stephon Gilmore. That is the play they needed in a two-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. Jarrett Stidham in the Pats set to take over. With his guys trailing here in the fourth, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
Now a pass here caught by Edelman. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Stidham from the shotgun. And his pass incomplete. Marquise Lee, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Finding Gabriel complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Fourth quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure they only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Again, Stidham. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
1st and 10 at the 44.
Throwing again here, Stidham. Now they go screen. It's complete. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
To James.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down.
At their 49-yard line.
Stidham going back to the air. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals 39. 11 yards there. 1st down.
1st and 10.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards there, just like last play. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Now Stidham on 1st down. He'll find his tight end here, Asiasi.
Stidham.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. So 2nd and 4 from the 22.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Stidham will throw again.
22-yard line.
And that one his 1st incompletion in its last 6 passes. And it's 3rd down.
Michelle, incomplete.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. To throw is Stidham. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Well, you're trailing. It's the 4th quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or 2, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
The football going back over to Arizona now. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start the drive with Drake. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Right back to Drake. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Third and short, Drake. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Murray has the first down and more. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone who has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. Down to a knee. Here's the Cardinals look to let the clock roll. Down to a knee goes Murray as that will just about wrap this thing up.
A loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of